In our last video, we visited the beautiful Parga. In this video, we will sail on to the island of Paxos, where we rent e-bikes and explore the island.
Okay, Celia's operating the windlass, and we'll be watching the color codes. Those are the colors. Every 10 meters, they'll be marked. So the 30 meter will be blue. Okay, good. She's stopping now. The reason is the chain went straight. And so now we're letting the weight of the chain fall and it pulls the boat toward the anchor. Okay, we have left Ormos Valtu, which was the big bay just north of Parga, the beautiful town. It was just, wow, just amazing. So pretty and fun. And now that's Paxos up ahead. That is Anti-Paxos over there. And then this is Paxos. We should be, you enter into kind of a long, I would call it like a canal-like situation that goes in for quite a ways. So we should enter that canal in about, I think it's about 45 minutes.
We're actually sailing! We're using the wind!
Woohoo, honey!
And we are moving already 5 knots. We're going to be going faster soon. Get ready, baby! We're going to start moving. All right, Doug is on the helm. We are under sail. Oh my gosh. Yay, we are under sail. Our lower reef line is caught somehow, but oh well. We tried boosting it. The main halyard's a little loose. I was on the helm, so I couldn't see that lower part. It could use going up a little more. We're finding that this boat in about 15 to 16 knots of apparent wind is liking around 43 degrees.
Did you want the boat hook? No,
yes.
Here, I just put it up. If you have to do a slide line, you grab it back at the dock and you work it to the boat.
But it looks like there's a sandbar across.
25, you're going down depth 13.
We had planned to moor closer to town, but it looked like there was a sandbar blocking the way. Later we did see some larger boats in that area. We attempted to med more, but the lazy line wasn't long enough to hold our boat into position. We were also working against wind and current that even the bow thruster couldn't overcome. We followed the example of some other boats and just moored sideways along the dock. After a pretty stressful mooring, because we tried mid-mooring for the first time, we're in Gaios on Paxos, and the tour buses have just left, or the tour boats, ferries have just left, so it's really quiet now.
Right, so yeah, we're just walking down the beautiful walkway at Gaios, and there was a tour boat from Corfu and another from Pargas. This was just full of people, but now
Now
just
it's quiet,
peaceful,
yeah.
still shoulder season, and so beautiful. This is at the church square in Gaios.
We're happy to see there's lots of cats here. Hello there, you're a young one. You keep the rats off the boat, okay? There's another kitty.
More of Gaios and Celia. And yeah, it's really pretty. There's only about a 2-meter deep area out that way. So everybody has to come in pretty much from the other direction. And that's a small island over there. And then coming in from this way, you come in a really long canal. So they've got one person on each side of the sugar scoop ready. They dropped their anchor really far out, like from the bow. It seemed like pushing 4 boat lengths out. The upwind, up current bollard first. And they'll throw it back. Having him go hard starboard, and that's bringing the stern over. Then he can even out this line without having to work a ridiculous amount and pull it. Pretty sweet.
Okay, we are side docked behind that blue boat out there. And there wasn't hardly anyone here when we came in, but lots of the little fishing boats and local boats look like they're here now.
There goes Doug paddleboarding, and I'm seeing him right out the port. This is the port side port from the owner's cabin. Pretty darn cool. Decently at low level, and that explains why it was warm. After sailing for an hour. Here's part of our ragtag group. My dear wife just downed a cocktail.
I did not.
And was good meal. It was fun. And this was our view, just right here. We did have a full view, and then this catamaran, 43-foot catamaran, dumped its way in. This is an adorable store, and they have all these different amazing baklava and cookies. I think everything is €1 each, which is a pretty good deal. And then they have these different frozen concoctions as well. And then next door, they sell gelato as well. Oh boy, watch out. And it's just very cute. mainly Greek people, it seems, out in the evening, and kids running every which way and having a blast. And church right here. And then, oh my gosh, lots of cats. They've figured out where they're getting treats. And then come back to the main walkway right along the canal with all kinds of tavernas out here. It's really beautiful and lively. And this is a Wednesday evening, so it's in the middle of people's work weeks.
This is Gaios at night. Hello. You guys are so cute. You get petted too. You need to get some action too, huh? Yeah. Catch up. What are they waiting for? They're waiting for the fish. That's what the kitties are all waiting for, right? Who got it? They're fighting over some guts or something that someone just put into the water.
All right, so we are renting some e-bikes. This kind gentleman is helping us out. And then there's two of them. Mine's a little farther over, Doug right in front. And this is his shop right in here. This is it. We're almost ready to rock and roll. So we're bike riding from Gaios to Laka on Paxos. There are just olive trees everywhere, and then a sweet little church.
We rode the e-bikes to Laka, and we're at this lovely little restaurant. I have to use the 0.5 function to get my whole pizza in the video. Chris's spinach pie looks awfully good. And then Duck has some kind of prawn local dish too.
On tomato.
So we had lunch here at this Ambrosia restaurant, and it was incredible. Just amazing. And then just looking over the beautiful bay at Laka. All kinds of boats tucked in here. And there is our gang getting ready to bike. So this is the bigger part of the key where deeper boats can back in. So we would have, if we'd come here, we would have tried to anchor, and then there's one taverna right here with advertising full English breakfast and lots of scooters around Laka and Gaios. right, so we're leaving Laka, heading back toward Gaios. But before Gaios, we'll head off more, I think it's kind of westerly mainly, maybe a little bit southwesterly, to try to get to the arch, the Tripitos Arch.
But look at this gorgeous bell tower. Oh, it looks like there would be a fun hike that way too.
Huh?
It looks like there could be a fun hike that direction.
Yeah.
Let's see. Be really careful. These look a little bit spooky. Okay, I don't think we'll be going any further. Doesn't look safe.
All right, there's Doug, and we're probably maybe one of the last hills where this is the first sign you see for the arch up there. So not marked very often, but we're now definitely on the trail to this Tripitos or Tripitos or however you pronounce it, arch, and we'll be there soon. It's very pretty. We go down more to the right, but this is an overlook.
Oh wow, it is beautiful. Ah, you see the beautiful blue down there in the cave.
Paxos.
Yeah. Here we are, gang. And we're right on this cliff. Oh boy.
Just pretty much straight down. Well, there's a ledge, but it's pretty much just straight down that way. And here comes our fearless Doug crossing the arch. look at this spectacular creation. It's just gorgeous. So I think we would highly recommend renting e-bikes, and I'll put the name of the place we rented the bikes from in Gaios. It's Salty Cruisers or something, Salty Cycles, but I'll put it on the video. But it really allowed us to get all the way from Gaios to Laka, and also down to this beautiful Tripoli, can never remember how to say it, Arch. So definitely recommend renting e-bikes. The scooters, we thought about doing scooters, but it wouldn't have given us the flexibility to get this close. Tripitos.
And here is Celia, and she said she saw Dina, who we rented the bikes from.
Lovely.
Thank you.
More than cake, I would appreciate it. Oh no, just
Okay.
do a picture of it. I can only smile. I don't have the looks, I don't have the same.
Oh, you do. All we can say is wow. And I got the carrot cake.
Yeah.
Doesn't that look yummy? What did you get? A strawberry? Really glad we came in early mid-May because it's just so quiet here right now. Paxos is known for its olive oil, and we saw lots of olive orchards on our walk today, and Chris bought some olive oil here, so we'll be anxious to hear how it was. All right, we're gonna try Dino's recommendation here, Vasili's family restaurant. It's supposed to be traditional and have good seafood. Grilled calamari. Go check out the person who's begging for Chris's grilled calamari.
Kitty there.
Kitty, you can't do that.
I gotta get a picture.
And I have a chicken bacon.
Actually, I gotta give
mushroom.
it context.
Doug has a
Holy
seafood
mackerel.
risotto, and it is gorgeous. What are you having tonight, honey?
Salad.
So this is a black ink sauce. Chris, tell us what it tastes like.
White mayonnaise.
Do you think it has white mayonnaise mixed in it?
Yes.
Okay. And our next guest here at Vasilia's is Mr. Black Cat. Hello, Mr. Black Cat. Hello, other friend. Now, there's this kitty and this kitty. And we have our original one that came to visit. There's one up in the chair hiding now, but he's been over to visit. We have two black cats and a white cat that have joined the party. Here is the Greek version of the millefeuille. Our waiter was so kind to give us these little dessert liqueurs. It's a liqueur of cinnamon. And
really good.
it's our last night sleeping on the boat together, so.
It's gonna get a little crazy tonight. They're expecting possibly even gale force winds, but I think more likely small craft. Well, we're heading back to the boat, Catervae, and our last evening on Paxos in the town of Gaios. And what? It's really an adorable town, the way this canal runs for a really long way. I think it might be well over a mile long in its entirety. And it is adorable. And then here are all the boats backed in med-moored. Most of the boats here cleared out because it's going to be very, very windy overnight. They went to where we are, where it's more protected.
It was a very stormy night last night. Lots and lots of wind, probably 40 miles per hour. Doug and Blair had to readjust the fenders in the middle of the night, and now we've disembarked from the dock. It was a little sketchy because we had boats on both ends and a lot of wind, but our skipper did a good job there, and the crew as well.
We were pinned in on the dock, so we had a boat, but we had some weird metal stuff that connects angled pieces of the dock that was really sharp to avoid. That was just a few feet behind the stern, and then a few feet more was the stern of another boat. And then we had a boat about, by the time we moved forward a little, about 8 feet in front of us. And the wind, of course, pushing us on the dock. But with the bow thrusters going, we were able to reverse out. So you can see we are rocking and rolling a bit. There's the northern end of Paxos. The entrance to Laka is just around the corner. And we're getting in an open area between the northern tip of Paxos and the southern part of Corfu. We have swell that's been on the beam, but now it's a little more on the starboard aft quarter. And then we put up, because it's just a self-tacking jib, it's a small amount of square footage, and we're running true wind of 20 to 23, apparent wind of 15 to 19. So that has stabilized the boat somewhat. All right, Chris.
It's wet.
It is wet.
Wet, violet, and woolly.
How you doing, my dear?
Hanging in. Cold.
Paxos is getting a little far behind. You see the dinghy is sweeping all over, trying to navigate its way through this. Every so often it gets to surf the waves. It's like, woohoo!
Celia is managing it well.
Wow, so we're coming in our last sailing day. There's the old fort, and then coming in, this is old Corfu town. You can see the wall of the town, big wall that it's up upon. And that's the new fort that was built only a few years after the old fort. There's another boat coming in, and then there are 3 cruise ships there. One is kind of behind the other 2. And then over on the other side, here is Doug on the helm. And then we have this island over here on this side. And then we can scan back. So we've gone about 35 miles from Gaios to here. And yeah, as I said, a wild and woolly journey today. Calming down now.
It was a crazy ride back to Corfu, and full disclosure, I ended up wrapped in a blanket down in the salon for the last several miles. Blair and I spent one more night in Corfu before heading back to Paris and then home the next day. In our next video, we will take you on a tour of this Veneto Oceanus 46.1 and let you know our thoughts.